Alright guys, so yesterday some news came in that I really wanted to talk about. And the news pertaining is that we are getting, officially, Sony has announced that we are getting a Ghostbusters animated film. Yes, we're getting an animated Ghostbusters film. Now, from the article I read is that we don't really, at least from the one I read, we don't know what the whole plot is about, nor do we know, who is, what team is this going to be? Now, they did say it's not going to be the all-female cast. It's not going to be the one that's going to be premiering in the Ghostbusters reboot. But what it is going to be is a team. It is going to be a team of Ghostbusters, well, hunting ghosts. And it will be directed by Ivan Reitman, who, of course, directed Ghostbusters 1, 2, and is directing the new film. So, what do I think of this? Honestly, I'm cool with it. I am completely 100% okay with a Ghostbusters animated film, because honestly, it's not like Ghostbusters hasn't been animated before. Hell, we had real Ghostbusters and then following up with Extreme Ghostbusters. So, honestly, it's no big difference. It's not a big thing, you know, animated style. I think it could work depending on what animation style you go with. And honestly, I think you can do a lot more cooler things with more ghost designs. I think you can do some really honest-to-God cool ghost designs. Now, like I said, in the article that I read, that what we don't know is which Ghostbusters team will it be. We don't know if it will be the original cast, which I don't know if I would want the original cast back. Now, not to say that I wouldn't. I would accept it, but with... honestly, you know, with Harold Ramis's passing, you know, it wouldn't feel right to have someone else come in and be Egon Spengler. Now, it would be cool to see, you know, Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson come back as Winston and Venkman and Ray. But again, I just feel like you should. I don't feel like it would be right to do it without, you know, without having, you know, Harold Ramis there. So it wouldn't feel right to me. Would I still watch it? Yeah. But on the other hand, I would be completely okay, because Sony has gone on to say they do want to expand more with Ghostbusters. So for all we know, this could be this could be the start of a young Ghostbusters team, similar in the vein of Extreme Ghostbusters. Would I be okay with that? Yeah. We've had that plenty of times with, you know, young paranormal stuff. Coraline, you know, Paranorman, and, you know, including a lot of TV shows. You probably know which ones I'm talking about, so I don't need to say it. So yeah, I think you could, if you want to do like a new cast of Ghostbusters, since like I said, Sony wants to expand further with Ghostbusters, you know, expand into like a Ghostbusters universe, I'd say, yeah, I think I would be totally fine with a new Ghostbusters cast. But on the other hand, I think I would be like, yeah, let's... But on the other hand, I think it would be cool if we had a Ghostbusters cast, but we had some of, like, the older members, like, they're retired, like, maybe have Winston there. Yeah, definitely have Winston out of all of them be the one who's, like, he's like, mentoring the group. Kind of like how in Extreme Ghostbusters, Egon was the one... watching over the new, you know, this new team of Ghostbusters. So kind of have that, but with Winston, because he is more of the military guy, and I think he would be the one to kind of really, you know, take all these guys under his wing and really whip them into shape. Like a bunch of people he sees as like have potential for being Ghostbusters. So kind of do something like that, honestly. Do something in that. That's how I would go with it. But yeah, I mean, I think it would be a cool angle to go with, you know, it's a cool angle, because again, I can only, you know, my mind is running with all the ideas you can do in terms of designs for ghosts. There are just so many different ways you could design these different ghosts. I mean, it would be cool to see, like, something like, what would the Grim Reaper look like in this continuity? And that's the other thing, we don't know if this animated show, this thing could be like Big Hero 6, where it's kind of in its own continuity for now. Because, yeah, Big Hero 6, like, Marvel did say, oh, maybe Big Hero 6 will be in Marvel continuity. I don't know. But yeah, maybe this could be cool. Like, you can do more adult stuff with the live-action series, and have more kid-friendly, you know, kid stuff sprinkled in with the animated. I think it's a cool idea. And I do kind of support it. I mean, yeah, Ivan Reitman's a very hit-and-miss director, but honestly, I think I'm more hit than miss with Reitman than anything else. I'm one of the few people who doesn't mind Ghostbusters 2. Is it perfect? No. Do I hate it? No. It's a fun movie. I think it's a pretty solid movie. Well, okay, solid's not a good word, but I don't hate it. It's one of those films I can watch like as background noise, or like when I'm watching, I need something in the background, or I can just hang out and just watch something. It's like, hey, Ghostbusters 2. But yeah, I would pick the original over this. Yeah. But yeah, again, I think this could work. I think there's a lot of potential here, and yeah, there's just so many angles you could go with with an animated Ghostbusters film, and hopefully maybe you can make an interesting franchise off of it. So you guys tell me, what do you guys think of a animated Ghostbusters film? Are you guys cool with the idea? Are you guys not cool with it? And what would you want to see out of it? Would you want to see the original cast? Would you want to see, a new cast? Or would you want to see a new cast with someone, from the original group watching over this group of new Ghostbusters? Or do you want to see, like, a group that's, like, in another country? I think that would be cool. Like, maybe see, like, you can do as, like, a Japan branch of the Ghostbusters. Or, there's a group of Ghostbusters in England. Maybe that would be a cool way to go with it, is that you have it set in a different country. I mean, personally, if I was to say, like, oh, how about we set this animated film in another in another country, Japan's perfect, because there are so many ancient spirits in Japan. Of course, you got the Forest of Suicide. I don't know if you could do that or not, or have it set in Louisiana, most haunted state in America. Boom. Or something of that ilk. So you guys tell me, what do you guys... I'm really curious to know what you guys have to say about this. So many ways you can do that. There's so many ways you can do a Ghostbusters animated film, but I'm really curious to know what you guys have to say about this. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.